dear students, welcome to this session. In this session, let us continue to write the electron dot structure for ammonia and methane. Let us start with the question. Here we have a question that a molecule of ammonia has the formula of NH3. Now the question is, can you write the electron dot structure for this molecule, that is for ammonia? We have to write the electron dot structure for ammonia, and also we have to show that all the four atoms present in the ammonia achieve the noble gas configuration. Correct? Which are the four atoms of ammonia here? One atom of nitrogen, three atoms of hydrogen. Totally there are four atoms. We have to show all the four atoms achieve the noble gas configuration. Now let us write the electron dot structure for ammonia. So before writing the electron dot structure, we have to follow some simple steps. That is, the first step is to identify their atomic number. The atomic number of nitrogen is 7 and its electronic configuration is 2, 5, correct? And atomic number of hydrogen is 1 and its electronic configuration is also 1. By looking at their valence electrons now, which are present on their outermost shell, we can come to a conclusion that how many electrons are needed by each atom to obtain their noble gas configuration. So this particular nitrogen atom has 5 and it needs 3 more electrons to obtain the noble gas configuration, and hydrogen need only 1 electron to obtain the noble gas configuration. Why? The reason I have told you. Hydrogen is having only one shell. It can accommodate only 2 electrons. So it requires 1 more electron. As nitrogen is having 2 valence shell, the second shell can accommodate 3 more electrons to achieve the noble gas configuration. So by following and knowing all these steps, now let us write the electron dot structure. We know that there are 4 atoms, that is 1 atom of nitrogen, as well as 3 atoms of hydrogen which are surrounded by nitrogen. Correct? So what is the number of valence electrons present on the nitrogen? There are 5 valence electrons. Let me focus the electrons, that is 3 electrons towards 3 oxygen, because now nitrogen has to create a bond between the hydrogen. So another 1, 2, 3 over, next 4, 5. Totally 5 valence electrons are there on the nitrogen. Followed by hydrogen. Hydrogen have single valence electron, correct? That is 1, 2 and 3. So we have written the electron dot structure. Now let us check whether they have obtained the noble gas configuration. So as nitrogen is having 5 valence electron, it needs 3 electrons to satisfy its shell, correct? So it is sharing 3 electrons from 3 hydrogen atoms which are surrounded by it. Thereby now hydrogen share 1 electron from this. So it became now 2 here, and here it shared 1. So totally it is 2 here, and here it has shared 1. So totally 2 here, and 1 lone pair of electron, totally 2, 4, 6, 8. So there are 8 electrons surrounded by nitrogen. Thereby nitrogen, now it is having a feeling that it has obtained the noble gas configuration. Clear? Now look at the hydrogen. Hydrogen need 2 electrons, right? As already it has 1 electron, it need 1 more electron to satisfy its shell. So already it has shared the 1 electron from nitrogen. Thereby this hydrogen also attain the noble gas configuration. This hydrogen also, and here also. So here we have observed that all the atoms which are present in the ammonia, they have achieved the noble gas configuration. Thereby they have shared the electrons, and please remember the bond which is formed between them is the covalent bond, because here the hydrogen and nitrogen, they have neither donated or received the electron, in spite they have shared the electrons. Clear? See, electron dot structure is defined as the arrangement of, that means how many outermost electrons are present on the outermost shells. We know this. What is meant by the valence electrons, correct? And one electron of each hydrogen, that is here, one electron of each hydrogen, it combines with nitrogen, and there is one lone pair of electrons which are also present on the nitrogen, and thereby it obtained the noble gas configuration. I hope you all have understood how to write the electron dot structure. And if we write general structure for the ammonia, it looks like this: NH3. It looks something like this. We can shift the hydrogen on top also. Okay, so this is NH3. And you know that one bond, that it refers to two electrons. So by two electrons we can form one single bond. Clear? Now let us understand how to write the electron dot structure for methane. Before that, let us understand some important things about the methane. So here, methane, it is a compound of carbon, and you also should know some facts about the methane. That is, methane is widely used as fuel. It is used as the fuel, and it is a major component of the biogas. Methane is the major component of the biogas, and it is also used as the natural gas, that is CNG, compressed natural gas. It is also used as CNG, and it is also one of the simplest compounds which are formed by the carbon. Because do you remember when I was teaching you to write the structure of hydrocarbon under the alkanes, the first member of alkane was the methane, that is CH4. It is the first member of alkane, and it is a simple carbon compound. It is the simplest compound which are formed by the carbon, and its formula is CH4. Now let us write the electron dot structure for the methane. As methane is having the formula CH4, it has one atom of carbon and four atoms of hydrogen. Totally 5 atoms. Keep in mind, all the 5 atoms should obtain the noble gas configuration. In such a way, you have to write the electron dot structure. And the first step to write the electron dot structure is to write or to know the atomic numbers. So what is the atomic number of carbon? It is 6. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? It is 1. Then followed by atomic number, we should know the electronic configuration. What is the electronic configuration of carbon? 2, 4. What about hydrogen? It is 1. So now we came to a conclusion that how many more electrons are needed by each atom to obtain or to achieve the noble gas configuration. Here the carbon need 4 more electrons, and hydrogen need 1 electron to achieve the noble gas configuration. Correct? So by knowing this, now let us start writing the electron dot structure for the methane. So there is 1 atom of carbon and 4 atoms of hydrogen. Let us first write carbon. What is the valence electrons present on the carbon, or valency of carbon? It is 4. Correct? So let us write 4 electrons for the carbon. How many hydrogens we have to write now? 4 hydrogens. Correct? And you know, each hydrogen atom has 1 valence electron. So here I will be representing 1 with the dot, 1 with the star, because you should not have a confusion. Okay? So as we have to write 4 hydrogen atom, all the 4 hydrogen atom has single valence electron. So this is how we write the electron dot structure for the methane. Now let us check whether each atom obtained the noble gas configuration. That means whether its shell is completely filled. We have to check that. So by looking at the carbon, check whether the carbon has 8 electrons, because it has shared the electrons with the hydrogen, right? So now carbon shared 4 electrons with 4 hydrogen atoms. One from here, another here, and next here and here. Correct? So now carbon is already, it was having 4 valence electron, and it shared 4 electrons from the 4 hydrogen atom. Thereby now it has 8 electrons. Carbon has 8 electrons. So it is concluded that carbon obtained or achieved the noble gas configuration. Now let us check the hydrogen. You know, hydrogen has 1 valence electron, and it need 1 more electron to achieve the noble gas configuration. Correct? So this hydrogen, as it is sharing the electron with the carbon, you can observe it has now 2 electrons. Here also 2, here also 2, here also it is 2. So thereby now hydrogen also obtained the noble gas configuration. Thereby we have also understood how to write the electron dot structure for the methane. Clear? So it looks like this. In your textbook it is given like this. Hope you all have understood how to write the electron dot structure. First, know the atomic number, know the electronic configuration, then know how many valence electrons or what is the valency of that particular atom. Okay, all those things you should know. If you know the atomic number, then it is very easy for you to know other things. Okay, then you have to write the number of valence electrons for each atom for the molecule which you are going to write the electron dot structure. Correct? And thereby you can write very easily the electron dot structure. Clear? So if we write the general structural formula for methane, it looks like this. See, CH4, 4 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of carbon. And you should know that 2 electrons refers one single bond. Here we have written the electron dot structure before. So when I was writing the electron dot structure, I wrote 4 electrons like this, and for each hydrogen I have written 1 valence electron. Thereby it created bonds, and the bond which is created between carbon and hydrogen is the bond. Which bond it is? It is the covalent bond. The bond formed is the covalent bond. Clear? Now let us once again recall what are covalent bonds. These covalent bonds are the bonds which are formed by sharing an electron pair between the 2 atoms. That means if the bond is formed between the carbon and hydrogen. Okay. So here the bond formed between the 2 atoms. Correct. So this bond we call it as the covalent bond. Here the atoms are not sharing the electrons. The atoms are not donating or receiving the electrons. It is sharing the electrons. Clear? And the next, let us analyze the properties of the covalent bond. Covalently bonded molecules are seen to have the strong bonds. That means the bonds which are formed between the atoms are very strong bond. Within the molecule, they have a strong bond. And these covalent bonds have low melting point and low boiling points. Since the electrons shared between the atoms have no charged particles, that means here, for example, what is meant by charged particles? When I was explaining you the sodium chloride, I told you that sodium donate 1 electron, thereby it become Na plus. This is the charge, correct? So chlorine, it receives the electron, it forms Cl minus. This is also a charge. But here, when we look at the covalent bond, there is no charge, such kind of charge which are formed between the atoms. And the last point is the covalent compounds are generally they are the poor conductors of electricity, because see, most of the covalent compounds are made up of carbon, correct? And you know that carbon is a poor conductor of electricity. That is the reason that the covalent compounds are generally the poor conductors of electricity. Hope you all have cleared with these topics. In my next video, let us understand the polar covalent compounds. Thank you.